What is going on, everybody? This is your man, Big B, Brian Hanley. Yep, I'm still going through it, but I told y'all I would be here. Pittsburgh Steelers win a good one. 18-16 defensive slugfest. I loved it. Look, it wasn't our best game, but the defense sure did play well. I'll tell you that. It wasn't our best game on offense, but our defense did its thing. I'll take the win. I know you guys will take the win. I appreciate everybody being in here. Steelers Almighty, again, man, fastest growing Steelers channel here on YouTube. I appreciate everybody being in here, man. I love that the Steelers won this game. We didn't look good on offense, but we were able to still win. So right now, we got our man Big G coming in here to join us today. He's helping us out. As again, I'm on the IR, but I'm making it. I'm playing through some help. So we got Big G coming in here today to help us get through. So we're going to bring him in now. What up? What up, Big G? What's happening, my man?
You see, I got that sign up, bro. We got that dub, baby. Let's go, Steelers.
We got
that
man.
dub.
We
Let's
got
go.
dub.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Look, we got a lot to talk about, people. So we're going to cover this again, as always. If you want to make sure that you get your question, your statement, your rant, everything up, you know how to do that. Super chats are wide open. So we appreciate that. You'll go right to the front of the line. So without any further ado, Big G, tell me how you felt about the game, man.
Listen, man, it was a classic Baltimore Ravens Pittsburgh Steelers contest. I didn't expect anything more and or anything less. I knew it was going to be a dogfight. But once again, the Pittsburgh Steelers show that we own Lamar Jackson, man, and we own the Baltimore Ravens. And that showed in the turnover battle. That showed in the penalty battle. Lamar was frazzled the whole entire game. Lamar didn't look like Lamar.
Nope.
But the Steelers' defense looked like the Steelers' defense. And, B, that was the turn of the game. The turn of the game was the ability of the Pittsburgh Steelers to create turnovers, and our kicker's a little bit better than Justin Tucker. And that's a later conversation. We're gonna talk about that. Boswell in the building, baby. I'm giving me a Bos sign next, man.
Absolutely.
Boswell in the building.
Absolutely. Let me get to this first super chat already, man. First things first. 2 wins with 0 TDs has to be a record. Reminds me of the year that the Ravens D won that Super Bowl. We have to do better finishing drives. Absolutely. Look, the red zone, again, was a problem with the Steelers. Would have liked to see little Justin Fields down there. Maybe that's something that they'll do. We saw it in short yardage and at the end of the game. But I think that's something that we need to just incorporate. We got to be better down there. But to be able to win 2 football games without scoring a touchdown with 6 field goals or 5 field goals, actually 6 in both, is insane. And one of them was against the Ravens. You know, it wasn't like we were beating some Rudy Poot team. The Ravens are really, really good. But you know what else, Big G? The Steelers are really, really good.
That's big facts, bruh. Not only did we whoop them, listen, we beat the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens by kicking 6 field goals. But I don't have red zone concerns like other people do. I think really for this game, it was mano-a-mano, man-on-man, and the Ravens knew what was coming. But you saw at the end, because Justin got plays, I think that this was to tell the Steelers moving forward. When we get down in the red zone, and you preferenced it already, bro, get Justin in the game, throw, run, pass, and maybe even catch the ball because you don't know which way it's coming for the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just be more diverse down there, you know, especially some of the throws we were cutting off one side of the field. I'm like, what? I don't like this. I don't like it. Wasn't one of Arthur Smith's best games. Look, one thing that I will say, and we'll get into it, let's break it down, is that the receivers couldn't get open a lot. Look, they just were not getting open. I know people are trying to say, well, Russ held on to the ball. He had to. Then nobody was open. Wasn't the best offensive line game. Broderick Jones was back to doing Broderick Jones things.
Shooting is normal.
Oh, my goodness. It was terrible. But, you know, the offense has got to be better. Let's start there. What I didn't like the offensive line. I didn't like the play calling, but more importantly, I was disappointed in our wide receivers today, Big G.
Everybody but Pickens, man.
Yeah,
Pickens
yeah,
made a couple of really big catches, really big that was needed. But I was more impressed with the tight end room because finally, and I was like, when are they? Because I'm watching the game from a coaching perspective and from a player's perspective. So I'm watching the game and I'm watching Muth and Donnell Washington release inside every time. And I'm like, oh my God, if Rushy just stopped patting the ball and throws it up the seam, he's going to hit him every time. What started happening in that fourth quarter, bro?
right.
That fourth quarter, we started going up the seam with them tight ends. And I think that's going to help the Steelers offense moving forward even more. But we used it enough today to get the big win, bro.
We did. Good super chat here by Dylan. I like this one. Where the hell was Mike Will?
That's
I
big
got to
fact.
question that too. Didn't see, I thought I saw him out there maybe once or twice, Big G. I didn't see him out there very often. I was a little disappointed in that. I thought they could do better with that.
Yeah.
He's got to be I thought he'd be a bigger part of the offense, and he wasn't. Got to be a bigger part moving forward.
I don't mind it so much because I think that the Baltimore game plan maybe, and you know this, bro. We know this from how we play. Game plans and packages get put in, a little bit before. Now you do it the week of preparation to put the whole thing in. But this might have been one of them games where they were like, man, we don't know if Mike is ready. And or it could be there might be a little nagging injury going on with him. So we got enough to get the win, but I think moving forward, you're absolutely correct. We got to get Mike at least on the field for 50% of the plays.
Yeah, same thing from our man Clayton. Sent the same thing. Didn't see Williams play. Thoughts? Yeah, those are my thoughts. We didn't see him a lot. I think we got to see him a hell of a lot more. It makes the Steelers better. Look, we threw the ball to Van Jefferson down near the goal line. Ball went right through his hands. Come on, man. I was saying from the very beginning, Mike Williams is better than Van Jefferson. Doesn't mean Van Jefferson stinks, but Mike Williams is better than him. So we just got to have people that are better, man.
You see, I hit him with the "come on, man" sign, bro. Come on, man, catch the ball, bro. Catch the ball.
Another one, our man Calvin Austin. Look, deep shot. I don't like throwing it to him, but the ball got thrown to him. Hit him in the shoulder. I mean, what else do you want Russell Wilson to do other than to run down there and hand it to you? Ball hit you in the shoulder, you got to catch it. That's all I'm saying. You got to catch it.
Right. And I think that's why a lot of the people that watch the game is calling for Mike Williams, man.
Yeah.
Because the issue is that Mike Williams probably would have caught those passes. Vance, you missed one. Calvin, you missed one. Man, you got to catch that ball. Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
Got to catch that ball. Another super chat from Arch Baby Doll. What's going on, Arch Baby Doll? We appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you. Next one up from our man Dustin. Definitely not Wilson's best game. That's 2 INTs in 2 games as well. You know what? I didn't like his choice of throwing the ball in the end zone there. But also, Darnell Washington got jump at least. He got jump for the football. Just jump for the football. I know people said, well, there was a hand in his back. Jump anyway. You're 6'7". At least put your arm up. You don't know what could happen. Just jump. He didn't even do that. And I think that's what Russ was trying to do, give him an opportunity to catch the ball, but he didn't even jump for it. So, I don't know. He could have thrown it away and kicked the field goal. I get it. But I think he was just trying to make a play, and Darnell didn't bail him out. Sometimes you got to bail your quarterback out, Big G.
Yeah, that's a learned experience for Darnell Washington. You're right, Big B. It's a learned experience, and he's got to jump. He's 6'7", 280 pounds. He's probably the biggest guy out on the field, massive body. I saw him standing next to guys in pregame, and I was like, man, this man is huge. But it's a learned experience, and I think moving forward, he will make that effort because he came back and it paid off big time in that fourth quarter with them seam routes, bro.
It did.
Big time.
It did. Yeah, he was finding them on them seam routes, which is weird that they're using him and not Freiermuth on those seam routes. But I don't know. It just seems like Freiermuth just not getting open. It just seems like he's not getting open, Big G. And they're not guarding Darnell Washington. Well, now they're going to have to respect him because he keeps burning them. Another super chat here from a man, Clayton. Hippo character repeatedly points to the streamer while chanting I don't even know what that means.
Me neither. I'm lost on that one, bro. You got
Me
to
too, but
clarify that a
we
little bit,
appreciate
Clayton.
the support. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, facts.
Next one from Arch Baby Doll. Queen was on fire, but you didn't hear much about Johnson except for that incomplete pass near the end zone. Exactly. That's why nobody wanted Dante Johnson
Yeah,
or
get him out of
Deontay
here.
Nobody
Yeah,
wanted him.
get him out of here.
He had one good game in Carolina. That was it. The Steelers didn't need him to move forward, not to be in this offense, so we were done with him. Gives you no effort, doesn't block. We don't need that guy. And apparently the Ravens didn't either. I don't even think he was on the field in the second half, Big G.
No, he wasn't, man. I didn't see him out there. But it goes to show now, B, we'll talk about it here in a minute when we flip the script. But the Steelers defensive backs, bro, hey, you know, we rolled them hard last week, bro. We was giving them the business. I think they're going to get a better grade this week when we do the wrap-up show, man, and talk about team grades.
I mean, look, we can talk about it now. We don't even have to wait because we don't have an order that we're going down. The Steelers secondary played outstanding football. Let's just throw that out there. Lamar Jackson was 16 for 33, 207. Look, the Steelers didn't get a ton of pass rush. I mean, they were getting around, but it was more guys were covering, and we were able to get a ton of pass rush. They took away some of the stuff that we were trying to do. And in that sense, the secondary held up. Again, 16 for 33. And a lot of that was the last two drives?
Facts.
Drive and a half is where he had most of his yards. I think the secondary played well. I really do. I think they play well again.
Yeah. Listen, and how about the rookie Peyton Wilson, man? How about the rookie Peyton Wilson?
Yeah.
I mean, because he's part of that big nickel dime package where we run all the defensive backs on the field and all whatever else. He comes up with probably the play of the game by stripping the ball away from Justin Hill, man, on that interception, man. And that's a lot of faith in a rookie to go out there and make a play. But like I said, it's in dime set, which is DB heavy. So, hey, man, the DBs for the Steelers, Minka made two game-saving tackles.
Yeah, he did.
You know, now he didn't get no pick or no nothing like that, but, man, he made two game-saving. And, B, what did I tell you about hitting Big Boy? They cracked Big Boy Henry like I said they was going to bust him up. And he gave up. I seen him on the sideline complaining and crying. I saw him talking crazy to his coach, Harbaugh. He gave up because he was out there getting cracked. Big Boy ain't ready for that business, man, with the Steelers defense, bro. He ain't ready. Get Derrick Henry up out of here. And you can write that down, Baltimore Nation. You can write it down, Ravens Nation. Big Boy ain't ready for that smoke when it comes to the Steelers.
Yeah, that was the thing, man. He ran for 30. He had 65 yards. One of them was a 31-yarder. So he averaged 5 yards a carry. But you take that 31-yarder out of there, you break that down, that's 2.5, almost, it's less than 3 yards a carry. So the Steelers were hitting Derrick Henry. Other than that one time, the Steelers were hitting Derrick Henry, man. No, he wasn't. Let's get to our next super chat here. A big one from our man Capricorn Steel. He always comes through and supports us. Great team win against the Ratbirds. Room to improve, yes, but a win. Hey, man, that's all we needed. A win is a win. It could have come by 1 or it could have come by 100. They don't take it away from you, and they don't put down in that left-hand column, oh, it was only by 1. They just give you a check mark. That's all they do. They just give you a check mark. So I will take it all day long. And to be honest with you, I didn't think this was a bad football game that the Steelers played. I didn't think it was their best game, but I didn't think it was a bad game. I mean, go ahead, Big G.
Well, divisional games is always going to look different, bro. We know each other, right? So some of the things that you see traditionally that the Steelers run against other teams, we're not getting that off against Baltimore because they know our packages. Look at how many ex-Steelers are on the Ravens, and look at how many ex-Ravens is on the Steelers. You don't think game secrets and inside information and all that's being exchanged? If you don't think that, you don't know football. So the issue was you had to find the way and have the will to win. And I think that was more about that 18-16 score. We have the will to win versus the way to win. We got Baltimore in a phone booth and the bully won.
Yeah.
The bully won. And Pittsburgh won as a bully today.
Yeah. Patrick Queen again led the way with 10 tackles, had 3 solos, a tackle for a loss. He was doing his thing. Mika was back there. Deshaun Elliott didn't do a whole lot, but he had a QB hit, 2 tackles. But it was one of those things to where Deshaun Elliott was around the ball. They stopped running his way and made a concerted effort to try to throw the football. That's why you love having him on your football team, man. He did his thing again, Big G.
He cracked Big Boy too.
He sure did.
He cracked there. He met Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry talks more mess than any running back in the league, talking about me one-on-one with this. Because I seen him over there on a different podcast talking about me one-on-one in the hole, you one-on-one in the hole. It's over. Big Boy was getting met in the hole today, and what happened to him? Yeah. He was out there getting punishment. Punishment, bruh.
Yeah. I mean, look, I get it. Look, you fumbled on the second play of the game. Literally, you fumbled the football on the second play of the game. I don't want to hear all that from you. Just don't want to hear it. Next super chat we got here is, I wonder how Ratbirds feel now. No, we are in the top of the division. I mean, exactly. Not only are we on top of the division, we're technically on top of the division by 2 games because we got to win over you. So,
facts.
You know, that's the way you got to look at that. Look, the Steelers did something today, and they proved that. Now, the one thing that I don't want to have happen is everybody all over the country talking about the Steelers or this or that. You don't need to talk about us. Just keep saying we're not very good. We don't know how we keep winning games. Just keep saying that about us. I'll take that all day long. I don't need you to tell us how good we are, man. I don't need that. Just keep saying, well, they're not really this, and they got lucky here. You're right. You're right. We just got lucky. We keep winning. We won 5 games in a row. It was all luck. I'll take it, Big G.
Yeah, they need to put some respect on our name, though, bro. If they don't put respect on our name, it's going to be a problem. Now, like you said, I don't need the bandwagon jumpers because I seen Colin Coward and them guys backtracking and backpedaling last week, talking about the Steelers. I didn't think they could do and all whatever else. We don't need all that. Now, if you want to come over and become a Steeler, we got an initiation process, bro.
Correct.
We're going to get all that other stuff out the way, and we're going to bring you on in. You're going to be part of the black and gold forever.
Yes.
So either you in with us or you ain't riding with us. But Steelers ride with Steelers all day and night, bro.
Yeah, that's my thing is like we knew what we were. We saw the schedule. We understood. And now we're just winning the games that we said we were going to win. You know,
facts.
You said our schedule was so tough. It is tough. We just take it one at a time. One at a time. So
8-2 ain't looking so bad, is it, Big B? 8-2 ain't looking so bad, is it?
Not looking bad at all.
Should be 9-1.
It should be 9-1. It should very well, not very well. It should easily be 9-1. But 8-2 is not so bad for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Just as a reminder, everybody, if you want to get your question, your statement, your rant, anything you got up on the screen, you know how to do that. Super chats are wide open. You go right to the front of the line. We appreciate everybody being in here. Again, I apologize for being on the IR, man. I'm doing all I can do to hang in here with you guys. So I appreciate you guys for showing up, man. Thank you. We love you. Let's keep this thing going. So Clayton says, another super chat here, that the schedule will make us playoff ready. You're damn right it will.
Facts.
You're damn right.
Facts.
You know,
we'll be battle. Yeah.
Go ahead, Big G.
We'll be battle tested more than any team.
Yeah.
When the playoffs come around, we will be battle tested more than any team in the NFL.
Yeah.
So tight games, close games. I'm one of those guys that listen to Coach Tomlin in the post-game presser. I follow him and all the different things. I hear him talk about weighty downs. I listened a little bit to the post-game, and he was talking about the Pittsburgh was able to do what they needed to do on weighty downs. So even though we were 4-16 and third down, I was struggling a little bit about that 4-16. Right. But when it mattered the most, we got what we needed to get, bro. And I think we're just going to show improvement, especially with a playoff push.
Yeah, with a playoff push coming down the stretch. Again, we got a lot of games to go. We got 7 more football games to go. And it's just getting started. So I love what we're doing here, man. Really do. Aaron Morris said we should be 10-0. You know, I don't necessarily disagree if that snap doesn't go off Fields' face in Indy. I think we go down and score a touchdown and we beat the Colts. So I don't know.
I agree. But 10-0, you know what, B? I don't think the league can handle us being 10-0. I don't I listen, they think it's bad now. Wait till we rev it up and just whoop these Browns this next game on Thursday night. And then we double down and win the game after that. It's gonna get real ugly, man.
Right.
It's gonna get real ugly.
Here is our man Alonzo. Alonzo Dunn said, "Tell Najee he weighs 500 pounds. Stop trying to jump cut." I think Najee was fine today, man.
Yeah, he was.
He was fine today. He did what he needed to do. I'm not saying it was great. But they weren't allowing the Steelers to run the football. They just weren't. But I thought he had some decent runs out there today. But if the jump cut, it needs to be done, he has to do it. So regardless if he's 500 pounds or 10,000 pounds, you got to do what you got to do.
Well, Najee's down in weight this season compared to last year. If you go back and took pictures and put them right up next to each other, Najee looks like he's down about 10 or 15 pounds.
Yep.
But what I did like in the running game was the rotation between the running backs because Jaylen Warren, we all thought Jaylen wasn't even going to play. Jaylen showed up and showed out today, bro. They gave it to both of them. And when in the fourth quarter, that had Najee fresh. And that's when we needed Najee. We needed him to be fresh, and in the fourth quarter, he got us right down where we needed to get. But we just couldn't get in the red zone, and I think that'll get cleaned up this week, bro.
Yeah, that's the one thing. They got to work on the red zone offense. They got to figure out a way to get more when they're down there. Like I said, whether you bring in Justin Fields or you do something, they just got to figure out a way to generate more offense. Got our man Dustin here. So his question, what were your thoughts on the Justin Fields packages today? I'll let you start, Big G.
Well, you know where I'm going, bro. I've been saying all along from a G. Stradamus standpoint, man, that Justin Fields is going to get packages, and it's about to get ugly with it. He's going to run, throw, catch, and pass the ball. It's little by little when we need him in the game because I understand what Tomlin's doing by giving Russie the bulk of the snaps. But it's just certain scenarios, and I think now moving forward inside that red zone, you're going to see Justin trot it on out there. And Justin got confidence, and believe it or not, Russie advocated for him, man. Like we've been saying all along on the pod, bro. Russie advocated for that dude to play. And guess what? He's in the game.
Yes, he is in the game. Like I said, when the game was on the line, who was in the game? They put it in his hands. Now, I'll say he slid a little bit too early. Go ahead and dive, man. You can dive or get tackled. It's fine. But when the game was on the line, they gave the ball to Justin Fields to go win the football game for us. So you can't hate that. Now we just need to incorporate it and move it into the red zone. And if we do that, Big G, how awesome is the Pittsburgh Steelers line? Because, again, he'll throw the football too. So how awesome is that red zone offense going to be if Justin Fields gets his act together?
It's going to be one of the most unstoppable offenses inside the 20. You know what? I wanted him to do that today, and I think Arthur Smith just held back a little bit, bro. I wanted him to do it, but when we needed it, he did it. But I could see him over there itching, talking about, should Justin go in? Should Justin go in? I wanted him to do it so bad, but he was trying to give Russie a chance, bro. He was trying to give him a chance.
Right. Another super chat says, thanks for hankering in on the pain. Be respect. Hey, man, look, I'll be honest with you. It is what it is at this point. Hurts like hell. But you know what? The Steelers won. I'm with my man, Big G. We're on Steelers Almighty, and the Steelers won. So as much as I hurt, you know what? I can deal with it for a little bit longer and talking to you guys and just hang out and talk about this, Big G. I'm just excited that we won the football game, man. There were so many people that didn't think we were going to win the football game or could win the football game. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
B, I had to put it up there, man. For all those listening, all those watching on audio and or live, Big B is him, bruh. He's him. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it messed up. He's him, and Steelers Almighty is him. So he's going to do what he got to do, and he's a trooper and a champion. Let's go, Steelers Nation. Let's go. Let's do what we
go,
do.
man. Let's go. So what else do we got? Now let's talk about the O-line a little bit here, Big G. Now the O-line wasn't great today. Now I think the Ravens they put a ton of resources at the line of scrimmage and just said, "Hey, you're not going to run the football on us today," and we couldn't. Broderick Jones wasn't great. Dan Moore wasn't great. You know, the all 22s coming out, so that'll come out on Tuesday. Even with the short schedule, the short week, we're still going to do that. But we'll find out. Yeah, I didn't think the offensive line looked too good today, Big G.
Yeah, it was a lot of some of those. Well, so Jones got 3 holding penalties. Dan Moore didn't get none, but he got whooped a whole bunch of times by 99.
Yes.
But now I will say this though, in the screen game, Siamalu, Frazier, McCormick, man, because I hadn't seen the Steelers set up like that in the screen game in a long time, man. So in the screen game, it was going on, but as far as man on man, mano a mano, and I think Baltimore played at least 5 or 6 in the box for the entire game. Yeah. So I very rarely saw a 4-man. It was 5-man, 6-man, 5-man, or sending a blitzer. And so I understood where the deficiencies was at, but Broderick Jones, man, you got to put your hands inside. They're going to call that every single time if they see your hands on the outside. Yeah. He was out there arguing with the ref. Last thing. Yeah. Last thing, though. Yeah. The O-line, though, boy, was they tough. They was ready to fight the whole game. And I was more encouraged by that than anything. Them boys was ready to swing, bro.
Yeah.
The whole, we getting penalties for dudes fighting and all. I'm with that because that's what we are. You know, and the Baltimore ain't going to come to our house and try to punk us. Get them up out of here.
Which is what they tried to do. They tried to come in. They tried to intimidate us. Steelers weren't having it. Alex Burns, let's talk about it.
Yep.
Ball catcher struggling to get open in the red zone. Fields' legs adds another option. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about, Alex, is getting him down there, getting him on the field in the red zone. Because they mentioned it during the game. The Steelers receivers, okay, they run the route, and if you're not open initially, then they stop. And I'm like, hold on. You got to keep moving. You can't just stop. You got to keep moving. Help your quarterback. They don't do that. With Fields' legs down there, that gives another added dimension, and maybe they keep moving, but it gives the offense another added dimension that Russ just doesn't have, Big G.
Yeah, I don't know if they got enough time to work on it this week, bro. But definitely what they need to do is the scramble drill.
Yeah.
We know how that works. You have dedicated periods within a practice to where you run a scramble drill, and you got guys running at Russ, running at Justin, and you guys just got to keep moving. And I think that's something that we can hone in on because that's an adjustment that you can make mid-season that doesn't require a whole lot of coaching up. Listen, when the scramble drill grows, all of these guys were good collegiate players. So that means they understand that because at every college they run the scramble drill at the end of practice. I've never seen a college that didn't do it. So they need to do it moving forward.
Yeah, they got to figure something out in the red zone. That was the thing that was most disheartening to me on the day. I also want to give a credit to the defensive line. Defensive line has been playing good all year, and they did again today. Again, they shut down the Ravens as far as rushing. They had 124 yards. 46 of that was Lamar Jackson on scrambles. So I think the defense or the D-line did a good job against the rush today. Matter of fact, I know they did. I like what they were doing. Time of possession. Let me see what it was, Big G. I think
we lost.
Well, we own the time of possession, 36-23.
Whoa.
So and it's odd because we were terrible on third down.
Yeah.
But so were they.
Yeah, we were 4-16 on.
We were 4-16, but they were 4-11.
Yeah. But man, the penalty yard killed them too, though, man. But we were trying to catch up at the end. Those penalties was ridiculous, man. 7 for 45, can't have it. Cannot have it moving forward, bro.
Yes. Super chat here. Jay Uppers Teeth.
That's my dude, man.
2 good teams not playing our best game. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, B, I got to tell you, on one of the other podcasts that I'm on,
Uh-huh.
we put guys in the Matrix, right?
Okay.
And once podcast, we put Jay in the Matrix, and Jay said he found his upper teeth in the Matrix. He had been looking for him for years, man. So Jay usually does great comments, and we appreciate it. But he's absolutely correct with this comment, man. We beat two good teams. We're not playing our best. That speaks volumes with the Steelers moving forward, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody said we need to take Alex Jefferson or Van Jefferson off the field. Yes. It's time that Van Jefferson comes off the field. If Skoranek is going to block the way that he blocks and catch a football, then Van Jefferson got to go to the back of the bus. I'm sorry. It's time for him to go to the back of the bus, Big G.
Well, 15, Skoranek played a lot in that fourth quarter, man.
Sure did.
You saw, and he was blocking really well, man.
Yes.
They was doing double motions with him, and you didn't know if he was going to curl off. So, they set up plays. So now you might see a double motion where he comes across, they run play action, and he rolls to his right or his left and just dumps it to 15, man. So he's going to get more playing time moving forward if Jefferson continues to struggle with catching the ball.
Yeah, I would like to see Skoranek play. That's why they brought him here, special teams and a block. And that's the two things that he's doing. So I would love to see that. I still want to see Austin do a little bit more down the field. But whatever Baltimore did, let's give them credit too, because whatever they did in their bye week or the mini bye that they had to get prepared, they worked on their pass defense because against the Bengals, guys were running wide open. It didn't seem like there were that many guys open for the Steelers, Big G.
Well, I can tell you what they did. They ran cover 2 and they dropped the safeties. Kyle Hamilton didn't even play in the box. Kyle Hamilton played 85% of the snaps on the back half. He played a completely different safety role for them. He was not down in the box at all. So what they were doing was, we're not getting beat deep. And that's why really only Russie took a couple of shots. Both of them could have been completed. Definitely the one Austin more than the one to Pickens, but they both could have been completed. So Baltimore was like, we're not going to get cooked like we did the week before against the Bengals, which paid off, which also speaks volumes to how much they might respect George Pickens, man.
No, it definitely does. It definitely does. But I also think that's why the seams opened up with Darnell Washington. We got to start taking more advantage of it. We got to get Freiermuth going down the seams too. If teams are going to do that and say, you know what, we're just going to line up in cover 2 and dare you to throw it down the middle, then we got to just throw the ball down the middle. It's just that simple.
Facts.
So just that simple.
Facts.
Let me get this super chat here. Andrew Silva. What about the no PI call on George Pickens in the end zone? Yeah, I thought that was garbage. He damn near tackled him in the end zone, man.
It was trash, man. It was hot trash. It's what it was. It was hot trash.
Yeah.
He did, man. But that's the ebb and flow of the Baltimore game, man, and the rivalry. They were handsy all game. So there was a couple of plays, definitely for the Steelers defensive backs, that we could have got called for PIs. Correct. So I especially with JPJ, he was out there pulling the jerseys and all kind of other stuff. So I ain't mad, because at the end of the day, it weighed out, and it weighed in our favor for the big dub.
It did. It seemed like they were just letting guys down the field and saying, unless it's just blatant, we're not calling anything. You guys figure it out. So Luke Cage comes through with the super chat.
Yes, sir.
First off, I'm loving the big show with you two. Secondly, big win today. And I love how we use Justin Fields in a couple big moments in the game. We love it too, man. Just like we said, couldn't have been better. All I know, you don't like Justin Fields. The Pittsburgh Steelers gave Justin Fields the football to win the football game today. That's all I know. So people that think, well, we should have traded him, we don't need him. When we needed to win, we gave him the ball, and we were able to win.
Whatever Steelers fans said you needed to trade Justin Fields, you can get to kicking rocks, man. Because ain't no way. Listen, we needed him to win. And guess what? Moving forward, we're going to need him to win.
Yes.
Whether you realize it or not, Russie is our quarterback. But Steelers Nation, I'm telling you, Justin is our quarterback of the future. Just be patient. Allow him to get groomed. He's going to get better. Russie's actually showing him what he needs to know. And when we need him the most, Justin's going to play well. He just proved it to you. He just showed you when the game was on the line, Russie come home off the field, and Justin ran in the field. So we're going to be all right with Justin, and I'm glad he's here for it because we did to the Ravens what they always did to us. RPO'd us at the end of the game, and they had no answer for an 11-on-11 football.
No answer. It's almost like they didn't even prepare for it.
Mm-hmm.
Which, hey, that's fine. Now we got teams that are going to prepare for it. We may not even need to run it. Now we're going to give you something in the red zone. You know, that's going to be a little something different. That's what I'm looking forward to. But, yeah, it's at the end of the game, the Steelers went to Justin Fields and said, hey, can you get us home? And Justin Fields got us home, man.
Facts.
What you got, Big G? What's next?
For me or for the show? What you want to talk about?
For the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen. I want to talk about Boswell and the special teams because last week they got a C. They get a big A this week, B.
Oh, yeah.
They get a. I mean, we ain't even got to go back and watch the film. It's an A.
A+.
Yeah. And Boswell gonna win player of the week again. He's gonna win it again. Listen, if Boswell is not first team All-Pro, I promise you, I'm visiting the NFL office this year, dog.
Yeah, they cheating.
I'm going to knock on Godale's door and be like, dog, you tripping, bro. You robbed TJ Watt. Don't rob Boswell. Boswell's having a career year today, of today. Yeah, he's the man. So I got to give a shout out to the special teams because we be hard on them, man, on the show when we do the post game and we talk about the grades of the Steelers. Boswell was out there handling his business, bro.
Yeah, he was. Again, doing it again. It's not the first time he's done it this year, but we needed every single point. He made it and made it look easy too, Big G. Just made them all look easy. So, but that's our advantage. Our advantage. Talking about the punts, Clayton says, I thought the punt Waitman was fine too.
Yeah.
So I thought Waitman was pretty good.
And the coverage was good. Listen, did you see in the fourth quarter where we kicked it down to him? Because I thought they was going to kick it out of the back of the end zone, and then there was a holding penalty, and that pinned Baltimore back even deeper.
Yes.
So I was like, yeah, that was smart, man. So that's coaching. That's coaching. That's not arbitrarily something just happened. Because Boswell could kick it out of the back of the end zone every time. Yep. But in that situation, the special teams coach and special teams coaches saw something which paid off at the end of the game for the Steelers.
Yep. Well, look, man, we're about almost 38 minutes into this. I'd like to go a lot longer. I really wish I could. But if you want to keep going, you can keep going, man. I am dying. So my face is killing me. So I know we got 193 people in here. We probably should go a little bit longer. If you want to keep going, man, keep going, and I will chime in whenever you need me to chime in.
Got you, bro. Hey, so listen, I want to ask Steeler Nation, man, a question, man. What do you think is going to happen these last few games, especially starting the short week this week? Because a lot of Steelers, listen, I'm hearing a lot of people saying the back half of the season we're going to fall apart, 5-3 or worse, And I think we kicked it off with a bang. But I want the chat to just chime in to tell me what you think is going to happen. Because, B, I believe straight up, bro, we about to handle our business. I think we split maybe between Kansas City and Philadelphia, but everybody else, get them up out of here. Get them up out of here, man. And so I believe wholeheartedly in the Steelers moving forward with the schedule, man. That's something I want to see what the chat is talking about. And I also want to know, how much more does Mike Williams have to play? How much more does Mike for us to be a contender, bro? We got a super chat, bro, from Arts baby doll. You see it over there, bro?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised Baltimore didn't do an onside kick at the end. Nah, they had 3 timeouts. I agreed with what they did. They had 3 timeouts. They had plenty of time. They just didn't stop us.
Yeah.
They just didn't stop us.
3 timeouts with 104 left on the clock, you kick it deep because the way that the rules are. Yeah,
That's
the way the rules are, you got to declare. If you got to declare, everybody knows what's coming. You get your hands teams out there. And listen, they're going to change the rule. I don't know if they're going to change it back, but they're going to change the rule because they have less kick returns, less onside stuff. And I know it's player safety, but the NFL's selling a product. So moving forward, I look for something to happen with the kickoff and all whatever else for the Steelers, man. We got another super chat, bro.
Yep. Man, lifelong fan. Peyton Wilson, which I'm thinking he said Peyton Wilson also knocked the ball out. Yeah, that was a crazy play that Peyton Wilson made, man. Crazy play.
Peyton Wilson has earned it already as a rookie. I look for him to be first. I look for Peyton Wilson and Beanie Bishop to be first team all rookie defense this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If there's any other people, I'm going to question it because I think that they've earned it. And moving forward, they're going to continue to get more and more and more playing time. And what works out well for us is they're rookies.
Yeah.
So now we're building camaraderie. We're building more depth for the Steelers. And B, to win, you got to have your rookies step up. Every Super Bowl team that makes a run has outstanding play from their rookie class from the year before. And that's what we're getting in 2 classes in a row. From the initial class from 2 years ago of Omar Khan and now this year's class. We got dogs out there, man. Dogs.
One thing is, your man Luke Cage thinks that we can run the table. I think we can, but I don't know if that's necessary, to be honest with you. I don't know that running the table is necessary. I think playing well and just getting better each week might be what the Steelers need versus trying to run the table.
Yeah.
Because regardless of what we think of the Browns, Thursday's going to be a tough game.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday's going to be a hell of a football game for us to win. It just is. And the Browns stink, but it's still the Browns.
The Browns make their season every year by beating us.
Correct.
And we know there's going to be some crazy play. It's a Thursday night game on a short week off of us coming off of a huge emotional win against Baltimore. We're going to have to strap it up.
Yeah.
It's not time to play around and mess around. And they still got players. Listen, Myles Garrett is a game wrecker, bro. He's a game wrecker. And so they got guys that can try to physically hurt us and beat up on us. So we got to handle our business. So it ain't just no cakewalk. But I think after that, after we get the win Thursday, that mini bye is going to prep us and catapult us into the next set of games, man. And we got a couple big ones coming up with Philadelphia and Kansas City.
We do. And that was what I was thinking. It's like, if we can get this game and don't have a letdown at Cleveland, get that little mini bye, that will set us up for the rest of the season because, hell, we got another stretch where we got 3 games in 10 days,
man,
which is insane.
Including Kansas City in that 3 games, 10 days.
Yes.
We played the Chiefs in the middle of it. So, yeah, man, to go and I love Luke Cage's enthusiasm, but to say that we're going to go undefeated, man, if it happens, man, Luke Cage, I'm giving you the G Stradamus. I'm going to change it to Luke Cage Stradamus because, man, I like 7-1, maybe 6-2 with the remaining or whatnot, but nah, the undefeated, that's a real thing, man.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, man, look, I appreciate everybody being in here today, man. Big win for the Pittsburgh Steelers today. 18-16. We knock off the Ravens at home. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for supporting. I promise I'm doing everything I can to get this cheek under control. I promise I'm doing everything I can. I'm going to go downstairs right now and ice the hell out of this thing so I can get back to normal. So I don't look like an idiot. More importantly, I don't talk like an idiot and be out here and be here longer for you guys. So appreciate you. You got anything else to wrap this up, Big G?
Man, thanks again for rocking with me and Big B, man. It was an honor and a pleasure once again to be on with the Steelers Almighty, the fastest growing podcast out there. And listen, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to be live on the KnoItAllz podcast. So it's in the chat. It's in the line. It's capital KNOITALZ podcast. Check me and my crew, Tay Boy Fresh, my boy Mod. We're going to wrap it up with all the NFL, all the college football, and I'll talk a little bit of basketball in today's KnoItAllz. Just swing on over and check out the channel.
Absolutely. Please go check that out. Until next time, people, we will holler at you. We love you guys, and aloha.